for Rodgers. Floyd was there, and it's a little flip, a catch, a fumble by Hall, and a recovery by the 49ers. It's 3rd down and 4. Rodgers in trouble. Flag down, and so is Rodgers at the 30.
And he checks out of the play, changing it.
Flag on the play. Rodgers spins away and throws it in the direction of Conklin. Play action from Rodgers again. Pressure off the edge, and the pass is broken up and now picked off.
One-on-one on the edges with these receivers.
Jets spread him out. Man is broken up.
2nd and 10. Rodgers looking. Rodgers sensing. Sacked from behind. Nothing working downfield, and Rodgers has to absorb it. Harold Landry, one of the top sack masters in the NFL, gets home. 3rd down and 10. Rodgers is sacked. Back at the 25. Landry again. Rodgers launches. End zone. Incomplete.
Rodgers to the outside, and that's incomplete. So it's 4th and they have Denver next. Meanwhile, the Patriots have to go to San Francisco. Rodgers to the end zone, adjusting. No.
He has the best career interception percentage in NFL history. Rodgers sacked on 1st down. This field is soaked. It's been raining all morning. Rodgers from the end zone, and that one's knocked away. He tried to squeeze it in there to Lazard. I want to be respected more than I want to be liked. The game has changed. Accountability is a little different. Rodgers, he was thinking about running for it, and Zach Allen said, not on my watch. Allen is in there. Can the Jets punch it in, or will they throw it in? Rodgers on the move. Rodgers will toss it away, not taking any chances. Week 2, he'll be eligible to return on October 17th. Rodgers, rush is coming, and Rodgers goes down. Flags are down on the play. Rodgers takes the hit from the gun. Rodgers in trouble. He's sacked at the 22. Rodgers on the move. Stops. And stutter steps out of bounds. Jets trying to convert. Wilson in motion. Rodgers, step up. Rodgers is sacked and loses the ball. Scooped up by Denver. Play was whistled dead. Shotgun. Rodgers to throw it. And again, threw to a spot. Receiver was going somewhere else. Gibson. And now it's 4th down.
Trying to get the ball back with less than 2 minutes.
They need 10 yards. Rush coming. Rodgers is shellacked. P.J. Locke. Jets go empty. Right now it would be a 50-yard attempt if they get no yards on this play. It's 3rd and 6. Rodgers backpedaling. Rodgers floats it up. And it bounces in front of Williams. Incomplete.
Rodgers from the pocket. Finds an open receiver, but could not connect with Garrett Wilson. Quick throw. Intercepted! Van Ginkel! Down the sideline! Touchdown! Another pick 6 for Andrew Van Ginkel. It's been 5 messy quarters in a row for the Jets on offense. Rodgers over the middle. It's high and picked. Intercepted. Hands it to the kid literally half his age. And more gray hairs for the Jets on offense as that is short. Rodgers, an old friend, gets him. Harrison Smith. Rodgers. Incomplete. Try to get Lazard for the 2nd time in the end zone. 4-0 coming in for the first time since 2016, up 7. Rodgers is sacked. There's Pace. Is battling the clock. Rodgers gets sacked. Harrison Phillips. Rodgers goes for Wilson. And there is no flag. Rodgers, quick throw, and it's intercepted.
Protection, pass is incomplete.
They really do a nice job. That's one of the strengths for both these defenses.
Third down and long, and trying to drop it off. That pass is incomplete for Braylon Allen.
Then you have the way that it looked through the first 5 games.
Pressure and a sack. Rodgers gets pounded. Protection, end zone incomplete for Garrett Wilson. Now third down and 11 as a result. End zone, Wilson! Ball's knocked out. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Rodgers buys time, airs it out. Mike Williams fell down, and it is picked by Tyron Johnson.
Things only get tougher from here for them, and it's going to be a real gut test for them as to how they respond to this and how they come back.
Not now.
3rd and 8. Steelers bring 4. Rodgers slides in trouble. Goes down. Larry Ogunjobi with the sack for Pittsburgh. 2nd and a long 4. Gets spread it out. Highsmith came around the edge. Rodgers pass is intercepted. Pulled away. Used to play for the Ravens. Those guys have done this a time or two. Rodgers throw incomplete for Adams on 3rd and 2. As he was getting pressured by the aforementioned.
Could be 4 guys.
Yeah, it could be 3 guys, one hand in right. Here's Rodgers, back, sideline, slaying Wilson, intercepted! He didn't catch it, Beatty Bishop did! Beatty's got 2! Beatty has almost 6! Empty again for the Jets, tight end over on Watt's side. Helping out, as he throws towards Mike Williams is incomplete. 4th and 4, Brees Hall's bottom of the screen. Rodgers had it knocked down. Inside Keanu Benton.
On 3rd and 3, crossing route over the middle. Rodgers looking for Hall, and it's incomplete. Rodgers protected, it's deflected and caught. But they're going to be short of the first down marker, well short. Now they're going to rule incomplete. On 3rd and 1, Rodgers sold the fake, and then he missed over the middle to Adams.
The Jets have to figure out a way to beat man-to-man coverage, and it looks like they're doubling Adams.
Lazard out with the chest injury. Rodgers never had a chance.
If you complete this pass, you have 2 plays left in this game.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers sidesteps over the middle, and it is caught. Adams makes the catch, but they can't stop the clock.
Game's over.
Final seconds come off, and it is over here in Foxborough.
Pass number 9. Look out. Gets sacked at the 1-yard line. Rodgers. And a little too far. Extra pressure. And Rodgers is going to get sacked. 4-man rush. Rodgers to the end zone. And Wilson. Can he one-handed and stay in bounds? They say he was out. Out.
And they get in this part of the field.
On 3rd and 6, line to gain is the 1. Rodgers on the run. And he's just going to throw it out of bounds. Everyone was covered in the end zone. Play clock down to a 2nd. Rodgers gets it off. Near side, looking for Adams.
The Cardinals have a great opportunity right here.
Rodgers, tough 3rd and 10. Rodgers! Boy, got his left cleat kind of caught in the turf, and Luqueta able to wrap him up for the Cardinals. Well, this is why you go get a player like Aaron Rodgers for these kinds of moments. Jets desperate for a touchdown. Rodgers to the end zone. Adams dropped it. Unbelievable.
It's the best they've looked the entire game.
Rodgers escapes. Rodgers, football's out. Disaster for the Jets. Woody Johnson in his owner's box here in Glendale. Just wondering what's going through his mind. Rodgers blown up again. And it's Buda Baker bringing this offense to its knees. Rodgers protected, trying to buy some time to the end zone for Corley, and it's incomplete.
Rodgers pump fakes, in trouble, and down he goes! Rodgers, and Conklin wasn't looking for it. Rodgers in trouble, can't take a sack, and he does! 5 seconds, 4, and that is how the game will end.
Seahawks load the line and bring pressure. Rodgers has it picked off by Leonard Williams. Just the second interception of the Big Cat's career. And is he going to take it to the house? His old house. He sure is. A pick six. And he flips the game on a huge play. Just got the snap off on 3rd down and 13. Draymond Jones chasing Rodgers. A throw on the run for Adams. Here comes pressure. Rodgers into the pressure. Down he goes. And it's Leonard Williams again.
For Job and Adams up top.
Here's your game. Rodgers off the back foot. Launches to the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's going to seal the game.
After the Arizona loss earlier today to Minnesota, Seattle extends their lead at the top of the NFC West with their 3rd consecutive victory. And this one comes from a former Jet against a current Jet.
After the New York timeout, Rodgers. Fashion of the block. Rodgers the time. He gets by 1. That's Brooks. Then Brooks got back at him and got him. Here they come. Down he goes. Rodgers sacked by Sealer.
Garrett Wilson in motion. Rodgers on the move. Can he get away? No! It's a sack at the 26-yard line.
Position number 3. Remember last time he ran that. Now they get the linebacker running with him to take that away.
He threw it too low to Alan Lazard, and that was a big 3rd down miss. Throws, and Lazard couldn't hang on. It's 4th down.
Rodgers again to the air. Buying time. And incomplete for Hall. 4th and 4. Hall the back. Rodgers to the end zone. Broken up beautifully by Witherspoon. Looking for Adams. Familiar territory right now. 3rd and 10 for Aaron Rodgers. Blitz is on. Curl is there. Blocked by Hall. Curl got him fumble. It's a fumble on the play. Rodgers with his 5th fumble and recovered by the Rams. Max Mitchell now in taking his place. It's a 3rd and 4 for Rodgers to the air and incomplete for Adams. With Hall in the backfield for Aaron Rodgers. They bring 4. Rodgers and incomplete. Looking for Conklin.
7 game stalling penalty markers. 3rd and 1. Rodgers still has it. Run it. Throws it instead, and he off the mark.
Him lining up right here has been a game changer. You have a 2-way go.
2nd and 8, ball in the air and intercepted. Intercepted by Jordan Phillips. And again, the Jets drive. They keep the football for a long time, and they come away not only empty. Such a smooth operator in our business. Never be forgotten. And here is the sack put up, and a safety by Epinesa.
Watch the matchup here. If you get one-on-one, possibly up here. Otherwise, it's going to be Adams underneath.
Here's Rodgers. Throwing across his body and almost intercepted by Benford. Off the deflection, one of the greats. 4-time MVP has a 3rd and 19.
Down the field. He's picked off this time. It's Benford with his second interception of the season. And he's out of bounds, chased out by Rodgers.
It was really Rodgers who needed to get the ball out on the safety. Max Mitchell did his job.
3rd and 6. And again they get to him. It's Von Miller.
He's so critical next week. They hold the guards.
Yep.
Win and in.
Wilson lost the football as he made the move, and it recovered by Milano. I believe he was touched, but he takes it home just in case.
Well, almost no time of how committed he wants to be. And maybe coming back or not might affect that decision of him to keep playing.
Back at him again to close out the 3rd quarter.
Start his day with a pass underneath. That's tipped and intercepted. Tyrell Dotson, the AFC Player of the Week. Back-to-back games with a pick. Dolphins have it at the Jets 15. On Wilson here on 3rd down 11. Check down. Hall drops it. 3rd down 5. Dolphins rush just 4. Rodgers downfield. Conklin broken up. Rodgers in trouble and sacked. Sealer and Agba combine. Turnover on downs. Dolphins take over. Attention from there was 24-0 Denver in the 3rd quarter. Rodgers gets sacked.
You can't afford these guys to be out, and you see why.
Rodgers looks to throw under pressure back in the end zone and incomplete. Threw for Adams again. Aaron Rodgers in what is likely his final game with the Jets, what may be the final game of his career. He's undecided.